We gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and Coach Edd's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Thank you all for being here today, tapping into another Halftime Coaching Adjustment Show, episode 29, man. Going along nice and smoothly. So we're here, chilling, two old farts, talking sports, life, everything associated with it. So sorry we're a little bit late. We all have things that we have to do, so we handle our business first, but we're here. So appreciate you all. So how you doing today, Halftime?
Doing all right, just taking day by day.
I feel you. Same here.
Oh, God, I'm just taking it day by day.
Yeah,
whatever
really?
it throws at me, I just take it day by day.
There you go. What's up, Nick? Thanks for tapping in. I didn't ignore you on Wednesday when you were with me and NYG. That's not me singing. It's AI generated, man. I'm gonna be real. It's AI generated. You could do that, go in and program it and tell it what you want it to do. And if you want a male singer, female singer, if you want a specific vocal style, it's interesting nowadays. So what's up, Nikki Steves? Thanks for tapping in, man. Appreciate you, man. So what's up, Equal Uncensored? Thanks for tapping in.
AK.
Oh, that's AK. What's up, AK? Changed up on me. I didn't know that. Okay. So appreciate everyone being here. Y'all know the routine. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Sharing all your social media. Make sure you go into the comments and give us your input to the conversations today. No, that's not Allen Iverson singing. That's a good one. That's a new one. So
that's a new one. He can do that too. He's pretty good.
Now, if you said rapping, I could say okay, but singing, no. Again, that's AI generated, guys. So my studio days are long gone. Just sing for fun. I'm not trying to pursue it. So, but let's dive right into the subjects today. And of course, we're going to start out with the NHL news. First of all, how did your Flyers do last week?
They won. In OT, they've been winning in OT a lot. They got a lot of OT wins already.
Okay.
It's been a little scary, but they've been winning in OT. I'll take it any which way I can get it.
Exactly. No, I feel you. Let me bring up the standings right now. So that's what I'm trying to do. Share screen. Here it is. Okay. So let's take a look here. Atlantic. This will be Metropolitan. So starting with the Flyers, they're in the 5th spot for the wild card. So, I mean, it's early. They're 23 points. So, literally, they're 1 point behind. So, they're right there. Like you've been saying it all year. They're going to make the playoffs. So, it's going to be tough, though. I mean, if you're looking at all this, it's early. It's early. That's really what I'm taking from this. So,
yes, it's super early. So, you can't figure nothing out yet. Like I said, the Penguins are a shock. Look at them; they're up there.
Oh, I'll go back to that. Yeah, they're the number 1 spot for the wild card. Yeah, 24 points, tied with the Senators. Technically, they're tied with.
It's just so super early right now.
Yeah, really. So, well, you guys are playing when are you playing the Devils today, right?
Playing the Devils at 7.
Okay, you're streaming that tonight.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Then I'm
So,
trying. I guess I'm gonna stream the Sixers and then the Eagles tomorrow.
oh, okay, okay, okay. There you go. There you
I think
go.
I'm doing
So,
both. I don't know yet.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. So, let me get caught up in the chat real quick. Um, I once got thrown out of a karaoke. How do you get thrown out of a karaoke bar?
He's trying to say he sings so bad he got thrown out of a karaoke bar. That's
Still,
like
I've
me,
heard
Blake.
some.
Don't worry. That's like me. I'll get thrown out of a karaoke bar.
What's up, Blaze? I've heard some bad singing now. Come on now, but you don't get thrown out. So,
I get thrown out. I got a bad voice. I'm not a singer.
oh man, I get you. I get you. Nick Jalen Kelvin needs to go. Okay, and playing at the Penguins rule Flyers.
Hey,
Okay, Blaze.
I'll
There
see you in
you
the
go.
playoffs. Don't worry about it, Blaze.
Hey, that'll be interesting. Um, the two teams in Pennsylvania. So, and let's see. As far as the tri-state, you got the Devils, the number 2 team in the Metropolitan. Islanders right behind them, and the Rangers overall they're bringing up the rear in a sense. So, NYG says it all the time. He doesn't know what's wrong with them. So, but Carolina finally took the Devils. So,
Yeah,
'cause I know the Devils were up there for a while. So,
the Devils.
um, I mean,
Devils were up there.
how do you feel these teams are playing? You know, the New York teams, the tri-state teams. How do you think they're doing so far?
The New York, I think the New York Islanders, they're the real deal. I really do. They'll be in there, and you know,
You sang over the rainbow and it was over. Okay.
hey, singing
Okay.
over the rainbow.
I-
Remember that TV show when I was a kid?
Mhm,
Um, Devils. I can't stand the Devils. I really can't. I hope they don't
mhm.
make it, but they will.
That was interference, Henderson. Ruckus is getting
The
their
Devils
butt.
just got the Flyers numbers. That's why I hate them so much.
You hate the Devils more than the Islanders?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Well, I
Well,
mean, you're South Jersey,
the
so yeah.
Devils have the Flyers numbers. And it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter when we play the Devils. We struggle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, okay. I got you. I mean, the Devils are at 27 points, while the Islanders are 26, which the Flyers are literally 3 and 4 points behind those two. So,
Right.
so I mean, it's there. So, let's see. Overall, Carolina is number 1 overall. The Devils are number 2 overall. So, Boston is number 3. Am I missing someone? Yeah, no. Okay, that's the Eastern. Okay, so, how many games do they play in the season?
Let's see. Hold on. What is it? 83?
Okay, yeah, it's
So,
real.
something like that. It's like in the
Yeah,
80s.
yeah, it's real, real, real. I remember the movie Under the Rainbow with Chevy Chase and the Little People. You remember that one? No,
I don't remember that one.
no, I'm trying to remember. No, I don't, Blaze. I don't remember that one. I got to look it up and see. So, I mean, when I think of Chevy Chase, I mean, it's always family vacation or Ghostbusters, things like that. So typical slapstick. So, um, mm, Ohio State scores again. Here we go. So, am I surprised? No. But so I mean, again, like we said, it's early for hockey, so we're
Yeah,
just
it's real
touching
early
on it a
for
little
hockey.
bit, So, but we'll stay up to date with it as we go along, um, and in the season. So, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the next topic, which is going to be the NFL, and we're going to dive right into it. That's going to be the meat and potatoes. And the first one, let me set the stage before um, it's And I saw this yesterday on Sportsmanlike. They were talking about this. So, and the subject is, um, and again, not the commentators. They said that they heard this, so they don't believe it. But they heard the Eagles did not, or they were. The question was, did the Eagles not trade AJ Brown because they don't trust Jalen Hurts? Now I asked Halftime about that, and he said he's heard a little bit about it, but you go ahead and dive into that, that subject matter.
So
What's your thoughts
yeah,
on it?
it's been listen, you got Seth Joyner, Derek Gunn, you got Hugh Douglas, you got people keep on coming in here. There's more and more um people saying there's something wrong with that locker room, and it's Jalen Hurts is the problem. Now,
Mhm,
my thing is you have to look at things like if you hear what the coach says, sometimes you can put pieces together. That's what I do. I like
mhm,
listen to
mhm,
everybody's story, and I put some pieces together, and I take what I think is going on.
mhm,
But when the coach will say, "Now, there's not one man that won the Super Bowl. There ain't no
mhm,
one man that lost a game."
mhm,
Is Jalen Hurts' head so big because he won the Super Bowl that he thinks it's me? I did it all by myself. It wasn't
mhm,
AJ Brown. It wasn't Devontae Smith. It wasn't Saquon Barkley. It wasn't a team effort. It was just me. Like
mhm,
he's the lone horse. I don't know that.
mhm,
And
mhm,
right now, that's why they're like trying to make the peace. So I heard that Jeffrey Lloyd went down to the field practice field and
mhm,
talked to AJ Brown, saying,
mhm,
"We don't want
mhm,
you to go nowhere. You know, you're the real deal. We want to keep you and all that."
mhm,
But these reporters, you gotta like, you know, Seth Joyner and you know, all them guys. Some of these guys they don't need to argue about, you know, they don't need to start a rumor. Their names are already big. They're already making money. It ain't it ain't Billy Bob just becoming a reporter saying, "I'm gonna crack the leak and I'm gonna spread rumors." They're
mhm,
too old to be spreading rumors and playing kid shit. You know what I mean? Oh
mhm,
well,
mhm.
Derek Gunn just hates Jalen Hurts. No, that ain't the case. Derek Gunn's been freaking a reporter for the Philadelphia Eagles for a long time.
Mhm,
Before
mhm,
even Jalen Hurts was thought of, and there's a twinkle in his daddy's eye. So stop this. You know what I mean? Like
mhm, mhm.
you got it, but yeah, I get it. There's a lot of rumors going around. And you got to pick it apart. I don't know exactly, but they got to fix this locker room.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. That's a big thing. What's up, Lou? Star Wars said huge blow to the Queens. My home is devastated. I don't know what that means. Star Wars is sipping on Grandpa's cough syrup again. Uh, Dag gummit. Denmark's boys was supposed to be. Look, did I expect them to beat them? No. But uh, I mean, you also had their two-star wide receivers out, and you are supposed to have prolific wide receivers also. So, and this offense is being completely shut down. So, but there is one man who got to 4 Super Bowls in a row, the legendary halftime favorite, Jim Kelly.
Please,
I get the
please,
impression.
just give it
I
up
get the impression it hurts.
the respect y'all give him.
Hurts is also an emotionless robot. He has trouble connecting with his teammates. Now I'm going to play something for you guys that I saw on Twitter, and it's also a head coach in college, former Eagle, Deshaun Jackson. So let me know if you can hear this. Okay,
Like he's brought a lot of attention upon himself.
can you hear that?
Yeah,
Okay, is it too loud or it's good?
that's good.
Okay, so I'm gonna restart it. And let's do this. Here we go. Okay.
People. But you know, I'm a realist, and I gotta speak the facts. I feel like he's brought a lot of attention upon himself. I think he's a hell of a talent. As a wide receiver, you should want the ball. But when you're in the instance where you're doing these gimmicks, or you're out on social media, or you're on Twitch, or you're saying all this, it brings more attention to you, right? And if you're gonna bring the attention to you, that means you have to be on your game that much more. Your game got to be superior. Your game got to be top tier. And I feel like the attention he's allowed himself to bring to now, it's like it's a few passes that are thrown his way, one-on-one coverage, and he's giving up, and he's not running full speed. Like all that stuff you probably could have got away with if you didn't bring all this attention to yourself. But now it's like we see it all, and as you could tell, it's something else going on. And I got a great relationship with him. I respect him. I can't say it, but I know it's something else going on. That it's not all about football. It's not about X's and O's. I've had situationships with quarterbacks that I didn't necessarily like. And I'm gonna just be honest. And when it ain't there, it sticks out like a sore thumb. That's all I'm gonna say. Those people.
Oops.
But
all right,
you know,
so that's a mouthful that he said right there, man.
Right.
That's a mouthful. Number one, he's talking about AJ Brown,
Right.
bringing a light to himself. And if you're not producing, then that puts more pressure and more people questioning certain things. But then it's also the relationship. And like he said, there's something more. And he knows. So it's like, whoa, what are you saying? What are you saying, Deshaun? I mean, are
Yeah,
you
it's
really
like it's
saying this?
more, and he's saying it's more than football.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts just got married, right?
I
think
believe
Jalen Hurts
so.
just got married, I believe.
I believe so.
So maybe I don't know what it's about.
Yeah. I mean, Deshaun Watson's tapped in. As an Eagles fan, he's tapped into the franchise. So
Yes.
and especially being a head coach now, even at the college level, even at a HBCU, which is a step down from Power 4, but he's there and he's going to be recruiting, and of course he's going to give Eagles insight to certain players that he's
Right.
recruiting. So
But he also he's gonna give a little to get a little. Like, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this player, but you tell me about what's going on inside there,
Exactly. So, that wasn't when I saw that. I was just like, "Whoa!" Deshaun is really saying something without saying anything.
Right.
So and yeah, we
You
all
gotta
have
read
to
between
read.
the lines. Like that's what
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to get in trouble
Submit.
because then they won't get the information to get it out. So they're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
go home on it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, all right. Yeah. Thank you, Blaze. Appreciate that. So, AJ is correct, but the way he's going about it is wrong. Even if his overall look, we all know that. Players are going to say certain things. Halftime has been saying it. He said Lane Johnson says it.
Yeah.
Saquon has said it. So, yeah, he's correct. But you know what? Your presentation is key. How you present it, your body language when you're presenting it. And then people do it. We all do it. We really do read between the lines. We look at your body language, the tone that you say something. Then it's like, okay, either he's just straight lying, or he's really hiding something. Yeah, we know. I know he was talking about Donovan McNabb, so I remember that. And McNabb always seemed to have it with his receivers for whatever reason. So
Because McNabb hated that the receivers had a bigger name than him.
you know what? But McNabb coming out of Syracuse was always thought of highly.
Right.
I remember at Syracuse, he was the man. And then you get to the NFL, and in a sense,
when you're a wide receiver and your name's bigger than mine, keep out.
mm-hmm, exactly. So, because we heard the reports about Hurts' ego the last few years, but the team was winning, so we ignored it. Well, Lou, that's an interesting question. I mean, it's questions, not question, statement. You're still winning.
Yes.
But now you're not ignoring it. So it can't be that when you were winning, you ignored it, because the Eagles have the number one seed in the NFC right now, and probably in all the league.
Remember when AJ Brown brought the book? And he was
Mm-hmm.
reading a book on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it was going back then. That's when it was getting deep.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, the Eagles kept it in house.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
it's getting leaked out more and more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's acting like a brat. It's a cancer that prevents you from defending your Super Bowl. One more week of this crap. I'm Sirianni. I'm telling AJ Brown you're not dressing. Craig Carton. Okay, so that's
AJ Brown
interesting.
ain't aggressive when fucking Jalen Hurts can't get him the ball. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
get him the ball.
Evan says, "Why is AJ Brown upset?" I will say this.
Evan, if we can answer that right now, we'd be freaking
Oh,
knocked it out.
you know what? It's the overall production of the offense.
Right.
Because, like you said Lane Johnson has said, things about the way this offense. You have a new play caller. Everybody is not comfortable. Saquon Barkley has said it. So, and then right now, everyone is pointing to the defense that is really leading this team, not
Right.
your offense. When you have a lot of, so of course, your ego. And look, players, coaches, GMs, owners, they all have egos. They all do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you as a coach, I had an ego. I wasn't in the NFL coaching, but when I got on those sidelines, I don't care if I was a position coach. I don't care if I was a coordinator. I don't care if I was the head coach. I'm the best there is.
Yes.
And I mean that. Seriously.
Yes.
You put
gotta
me up
have that
against
ego, though.
Yes, you have to. You have to have that confidence. And sometimes our egos, our confidence,
And
they
that's
border on
why
delusion.
together.
They border on being delusional. Yes, they do. I will say that. But you have to, because first of all, let's strip it all the way down. Football is a tough sport. You're taking yourself and running into another man full speed. I mean, you have to, because normally if you're walking out on the street, you ain't doing that because you don't know if somebody else is going to pop you in your head,
Yep.
pull out a what. I mean, but so you have to be confident that you physically will be all right, that you can dominate the opposition, that you can outcoach the opposition. So there's always that ego. And then as a player, when things are not going your way, you're getting paid this money. Who knows privately if people are questioning him, yo, bro, what's up? You ain't leading the league in receptions and yards and touchdowns. You do get tired of that. You get tired of hearing that, even if it's in your own private circle. So now I'm speculating. I don't know for a fact. I'm just giving you what I think. I think it's, first of all, you have a new coordinator.
He sucks,
And
by the way, coach.
listen,
Oh,
and
he
that's
sucks.
the thing.
He sucks. If it
You
was
guys,
me, oh my Lord, I want to get right
and think about that. Think about that. A team like my team, the Giants, we would love to be in your position. We would love to be. But
Yeah.
you guys have higher aspirations because you want Super Bowls. And you want it to be, and let's be real, you want to dominate everybody in your path. Yeah, and when you're not dominating, it leaves you questioning, are you going to end up like Kansas City last year? Remember, Kansas City was in a lot of battles last year, a lot. They were the defending champions, and then they get to the Super Bowl, and what happens? They get blown out. So the lack of a running game hurts this offense also. And what really successful quarterback doesn't have a running game? Look, that's a fact. I'm a strong proponent of you need your run game to help the pass game. Play action, forcing teams to adjust so now you can go over the top. So I mean, and I agree with you. Now I don't know how they're using the run game. I know Saquon is not dominating like they were last year, but
he's not using them right. He's not running them on the ends, coach. He's running them up the middle. Saquon Barkley's not a guy you run up the middle. You run him on the end, and he's gone. He's fast when you get it in. You got Lane Johnson when he's healthy, and you run him on his side. He says, "Yo, he'll get around me. I'll give this guy that couple of seconds to get a second or two to get around me, and that's it. He's gone." But no, you're running him up the middle. It's bad. this coordinator is bad. He's playing fucking Madden. What he's doing.
That's
I
not
think he's playing Madden. He's fucking in real time playing freaking in the NFL. I don't care. Stop playing Madden with the damn team. We're a Super Bowl team, and he's playing Madden.
That's one of the things that, you know, as fans, that's what you want. You want to dominate, and you want to show that you're able to compete for the Super Bowl, because that's what it boils down to.
You don't need to barely win games.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. The Eagles' defense won us some games. Against Detroit, it was all our defense. Detroit's a high-scoring team. We could shut them down to 6 or 9, whatever it was. You know what I mean? And that's great. But this offense right now, that offensive coordinator sucks.
Okay, I'm looking for the Eagles. So you guys have scored 29 total touchdowns on the year. It's not giving me the stat. Let me see. Let me look at next gen. I'm looking for the points per game. Fastest ball carrier. I don't want fastest ball carriers. Okay, here we go. Points. It's not giving me what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find what your points per game are for the season. So I'll look that up, Lou, just to really see what receivers have had. Oh, wait a minute, Mike. Terrell Owens is no big name receiver? Deshaun Watson was a big name receiver.
When we got T.O., we went to the Super Bowl, Coach. We finally got a number 1 wide receiver. We went to the Super Bowl that year. But he's talking about Todd Pinkston and, you know, just okay receivers. We had number 3 receivers, not number 1s. We had 3 number receivers that should be 3s, not 1s. We didn't even have a good 2. The only one we had was T.O., and McNabb couldn't take it. His feelings got hurt, and he put his feelings involved. Oh, his name's bigger than mine. He's a Hall of Famer, for golf.
He is, and that's the point. That's why when you say you don't, you question what he had no big name receivers. No, he did. He did. Even if you want to say he was starting on the back end of his career, but he was still respected. He was double teamed. Defenses really did respect him. So, the offense may not be what it was last year. You're right, Lou. Everybody has to keep it in perspective. You still have to respect the game. So, and AK, I understand. You're tired of talking about it. But it's unfortunately it's still in the news. The article I'm talking about and everything is from yesterday.
Yes.
So it's media driven.
It's a big problem because of Jalen Hurts. And don't get me wrong, Eagles fans are going to be upset. But you know what they said, Coach? The only reason why they're keeping Jalen Hurts here is they want to get rid of him. The Eagles want to get rid of him, but they can't because of the salary cap. It's too bad. It would damage the Eagles.
Bro,
and Jalen Hurts knows it, and Jalen Hurts is having a tantrum.
Well, that's also because of your void years in your contract. Because if you trade or cut whatever your dead cap is, it bumps right up. So even if you can do post June,
I think he made 100. He signed for 125. So it's
like
75 million, like a year or something. And you can't take that cap hit.
Exactly.
Nobody can.
But it's not even that. It's also the other ones that you have after it because the amount of dead cap hits. I forget. Somebody was just saying it. I was in a Twitter space, and they were just talking about that. And they said the Eagles, the void years. Yes, you guys use the void years very well, but they're always going to come up and creep up on you. And
Right.
there's certain things you can do where you know what, you have everything spread out, but you let one player go like a Jalen, that compounds it, and
Yes. And you
so
guys,
it's
don't get me wrong, you have 2 years that you're
Mhm.
allowed to split it. So,
Exactly.
like when Carson Wentz, we let Carson Wentz out. Everybody's like, "Oh, it was $35 million." It wasn't $35 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
$39 million in 2 years. So you
Mm-hmm.
split that. So
Exactly.
that's where the Eagles could actually get away with it
Exactly.
because they
So
didn't have like they didn't give Devontae Smith all this money. They didn't just give.
mm-hmm.
They gave AJ Brown all this money. They're giving all these people the money. You can't
Mm-hmm.
do it with Jalen Hurts like you did Carson Wentz. And they said he's another
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
Like he thinks he's the man, and everybody's supposed to listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
You got coaches you're supposed to listen to. Jalen Hurts cannot be the offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles
Mm-hmm.
and let him call any play he feels like.
Mm-hmm.
He's not friggin' Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning
Look,
even call his own damn plays. He calls
here's the thing.
audibles.
So here's the
He don't
thing, though.
call his own play.
This is where the average fan does not understand. Okay, your play calls are developed and created based on what you're scouting, what you see on film. You're saying, okay, in this situation, if we're on this point of the field, 3rd and 3, we have a set of plays that we're going to run. I don't care how big. I have a big offensive and defensive playbook, but I'm not going to have access to all of them in a game. And then on first down, I'm going to have a certain amount of plays. And you do all of that, so you develop your game plan and you give it to your quarterback. Now, smart quarterbacks, yeah, they can absorb all that and they can say, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do this on 1st and 10, and the minus zone and the plus
That's a
zone.
guy that knows how to read a defense.
Yes.
A couple of years ago, everybody said Jalen Hurts couldn't read a defense. Now they want him to run the whole offense.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Hey, we won a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts played great. But he cannot run your offense. He's not Peyton Manning.
No.
If it was Peyton Manning, he said Peyton Manning's running my offense, okay. I'll give it to him. Patrick Mahomes don't even run his own offense.
No, you have a certain amount of plays each quarterback because a coach will ask them, what plays do you like? When you look at the film, what do you see? What do you like? Maybe I can put that into the playbook. And, it's based off of the down and distance. So it's more into it as fans, especially casual fans. They just hear it and they repeat it and they think that's what it is. But I'm telling you from experience, I've done it for years. And I'll ask if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'll talk to my Mike linebacker and my safeties. What do you guys see? What do you like? What do you think in certain situations? Then I'll think about what they say. If I'm the coordinator, I'll talk to the head coach. If I'm the head coach, I'll make a final determination. So, it's more into it. It's a lot intricate, but you're lucky if you have smart players where you're able to do things like that. So, and I'm not saying Jalen Hurts isn't smart, but it takes a whole lot more, man. It really does. And if a team simplifies their playbook for a quarterback, that tells you all you need to know for your and you also want to play to your players' strengths. So
right. If Jalen Hurts can't even throw the ball and lead his receivers. You know what I mean by that, right? On the run, they throw it ahead of him, and the quarterback, the wide receiver just boom catches, and he can still run. Jalen Hurts like throwing it behind him, or he'll throw it like 10 to 20 yards over his head. He's like, "Oh, go get this!" Like, hold on now, The dude's already at
Mhm.
full stride. How is he
Mhm.
supposed to get there? People are like, "Oh no, he could have caught that 20 yards over his head."
So, let's get caught up, Mike. I agree. They can't dump Hurts contract. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, we talked about that. So,
You can't get rid of
okay.
AJ Brown. You can't get rid of Jalen Hurts. And people are like, "Oh, get rid of AJ Brown." You can't. His contract's too big.
Yeah, yeah. Terrell played 1 year.
He
Okay,
played. He played 2 years, Mike.
I thought he
He
played
sat
2 years.
out for the year because he wanted more
Yeah.
money, and Andy Reid didn't want to pay him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it hurts a lot. So, exactly. So, that's. Let me make sure I got everything done with the Eagles. Yeah, and I'm looking and making sure I don't have anything else that I said I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, here it is. I did want to talk about this. Oh no, that is Deshaun. I did that. I just did that.
Yeah, you
Okay,
did the
that's what I
Sean
thought.
Jackson one.
Yeah, so I'm good there. So right now we're gonna move on. Yeah, gotta do it because it's my team. Um, the Jackson Dart is out again with a concussion, still the same concussion. So Jalen Winston is making the second start. So um, I'm going to start and talk about that first. I was surprised, to be honest with you, because I thought when they said he was practicing this week, I was like, okay, he's probably going to go ahead um, and play, which I thought, but you know there's something else going on medically. But hey, look, I'm going to say this: that's smart. No matter what anyone thinks, that's smart. You don't put him out there, especially the way he's been playing. You don't want to put him out there and then risk he has another concussion, and then maybe he's out for the season, and who knows, if you're really hurting his career going forward. Jameis Winston has shown that he knows how to handle the offense. He knows how to manage it. Say what you want about that interception. It is what it is. It wasn't really on him, in my opinion. That was the receiver not running his pattern the right way. At least if he does that, then you put yourself in a position to tie the game and see where you go from there. So, but Winston did manage the offense very well. So I'm comfortable with him in there. So I'll see what happens going forward. So and it'll be interesting. Now Detroit, it's going to be tough. They have a good defense. They do have a good defense. So what are the Giants going to do?
Detroit has a high scoring offense.
Yeah, no, and that's the other point. I mean, when you get to the other side, like with concerns about Abdul Carter, we haven't really been good defensively. In the run game, we have so many players out on the back end. Your starting cornerback. I mean, I saw I had the injury report.
I do have a
Yeah, go ahead.
Dart. Wouldn't you sit him for the rest of the year? And this is the reason why. You're not in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you sit him because you don't want to get him hurt?
Well,
For what?
you're in a catch-22. Okay, and
Because
here's why.
I get it. Their fans are going to want to see him.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that.
And that's where the money is. I mean, you got to follow the money too.
It's not even that.
Just
Here's
don't
the
worry.
here's the
wanna
thing,
hurt
halftime. Here's the thing, halftime. You also have a coach who's trying to say, "I want to be the head coach." So if you strip him of that, then you're not giving him a fair opportunity to win the job. Because right now, I've said it before, it's Mike Kafka's job to lose. Like if he was to win out the rest of these games, he's going to be the head coach for next year. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He deserves it. So right now, it's a catch-22. I also understand about fans with the high draft pick. You want to be in a position where quarterback needy team.
Looking at that, I just don't want to hurt the
Yes,
quarterback because he's pretty good.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. As me as a coach, I don't coach scared. I don't want players scared. I get injuries that are a part of the game, and you want to do things and be smart about it, and you want to protect yourself. But if you're going to sit here and tell me I'm not going to play a player because you're worried about getting him hurt, then why is he on your football team in the first place? Now, I get he's coming off of an injury. I get all that. I understand that. And you want to be smart. That's why I said right now, I understand it. If you say, you sit him for one more game and then at the end of the season, the last few games, you're still letting him play to see what happens, to see what Kafka can do, I'm fine with that. But right now, I'm not going to say I'm shutting him down completely because to Mike Kafka, that's not fair to him. You're not giving him a fair opportunity to at least win the job.
My thing is, like, you bring him back, he plays, right?
Mhm.
And then he really gets injured where he's out for a while, even next year. And fans are gonna be like, why the fuck you put him in?
I
You know what I
get it.
mean?
I get it. But what are you supposed to do? Not play? I mean,
No, you gotta
forget this
play
year.
him, but it's like you lost your number one wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You lost your running back.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's
he
still
is
been
gonna
playing.
be your running back is gonna be awesome
Yeah, I know.
in
Scatter
years
was.
to come. But like, all right, we already gotta throw our dice in it because we already lost, but
Mm-hmm.
you never know.
No, I feel you. It's a dicey subject, and I get it. From a fan perspective, yeah, I get it. I get fans want to tank because you want the higher draft pick, you want to quote unquote save your players. But I'm speaking from a coaching perspective. If I'm
Right.
the head
I
coach,
get what you're
I
saying.
want him out there whenever you can get him out there, because especially if I'm trying to win the job.
When you're
That
trying to
that
win a job, you're trying to
yeah.
win and be the coach. You're not the coach yet. You want
Yeah.
to prove to you people
Yeah, exactly. So, again, now if he's not ready to come back, then I'm with you. Sit him until he's ready to play. Then when he's ready to play, if you tell me he's ready to play in 2 weeks, okay, then you better be playing him. I can't sit him. So, real quick, because we're talking about it. I mean, here's the injury reports. The Eagles, of course, the 3.5 faves of the Cowboys. You got Lane Johnson out, Cam Jurgens, Cam Jurgens, Willie Lampkin, Miles Hinton, who are all questionable. And then for the Cowboys, Jadeveon Clowney and Hakeem Adeniji, who are also questionable. So you have those, and then let me find where the Giants. I think the Giants were higher up. No, they're lower. Sorry about that. I thought the Giants were. No, they were higher. I thought they were. I didn't think they were that high up. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Here's the Giants. You have Adebo, Fedoni, Kayvon, and Jackson Dart, who are all out. Banks, Tyler Nubin, and Eric Gray, who are questionable. Eric Gray just came back. So I'm just like, they just said that they brought him back, but now he's questionable. And then for the Lions, you have Arnold, Marcus Davenport, Miles Frazier, Kirby Joseph, and Josh Pascal, who are out. And then Taylor Decker, and Sewell, who are they're both starting tackles. DJ Reed, Khalil Dorsey, Brandon Glasgow, Tate Ratledge. Man, your whole offensive line seems like it's hurt. Isaac Tesla and Sione Vaca, who are all questionable. So
they got a lot of people hurt.
they got a lot. Yeah, I didn't realize.
We played them. We heard there was a lot of guys going out, man.
Yeah,
It almost looked like they almost look like. I'll be honest with you. I was thinking about the body bag game with Eagles and Washington. I mean, a lot of people were getting hurt, even on the Eagles side. Lane Johnson and also.
Oh yeah, and I forgot they put Sam Laporta, their tight end, on injury reserve for the rest of the season. So yeah, they're banged up. They're banged up. And see, that's the thing about football.
And given Sunday, you can win.
Yeah, it happens every.
Winston, he's no slouch. He can do it. He can get that win.
Yeah, true. Let me get back to the comments too. Mike says, I don't think they have an issue getting rid of. Okay, yeah, we already said that one. I already saw that. Do I think Jackson Dart is the guy? He's grown on me. Yes. Is he hands down the guy? First of all, he needs more talent around him for me to sit here and say he's the guy.
He needs another wide receiver.
He needs another wide receiver. He needs a consistent tight end. To me, he needs 2 more wide receivers. I'm going to be honest. Whether you bring back Wandell and elevate his game, Slayton steps up his game, but you need 2 more consistent threats when they're out there on the field. Tracy and Cam Scatterbo are good backfield. Yeah, and then your offensive line. I still think you need you need work on your offensive line still. You have some good pieces. They're not the worst offensive line anymore. They're probably middle of the pack, but now you want to continue to step it up because that will help him become the guy. So he's still a work in progress. Dart has to know when to get down, slide, stop taking on. And that's the thing. See, that's the thing that you want to talk about his injuries. If he gets down half the time, I think that helps him. That limits the amount of concussions or even the evaluation process that he has to go through. So, but he has the tools because the Giants have not seen this in a long time, but he has the tools. So every team has players making a lot of money, but all of them face the cap hit. But the Eagles, Mike, they use the void years the most.
Yes.
And that's the thing. The void years
everybody's scared to do.
Yes, it compounds everything. Exactly. They will be 2-10 at this point tomorrow. We will see it any given Sunday. Trust me. So, and he's not interviewing.
You don't know.
I will say this, Evan. The only job he's interviewing for is the New York Football Giants. He cannot openly go out and interview. You got to be kidding me. Y'all let him. Sorry, Rutgers. He cannot openly go out and interview because technically he's the head coach of the Giants. So he's not able to.
He has to wait till the end of the year.
A lateral move. He's not able to do a lateral interview, especially in this position. If he was a coordinator and they were on a bye, I think the rules allow him to be interviewed, but not right now. So. He needs the reps. He definitely needs the reps. Sorry, got me with that one.
Yeah,
but it's smart the way they're handling. Yeah, exactly. So, do they sit him until after the bye week? I think the bye is next week. Let me see the Giants' schedule. Hold on a second. Teams, Giants. I think the Giants are on a bye next week. Here we go. Schedule. The New York Football Giants. Next week. I'm sorry. Monday night they have New England. Then they go on the bye. So, I mean, they could sit them. But again, you also have that. You have that extra one day before you even go to the bye. So if he's good, you can still play him. Knowledge is through the roof, man. Thanks, Nick. Halftime, I saw a great goal earlier past someone's farm and thought of you. I saw a goat earlier past someone's farm and thought of you. Okay. Okay.
All right.
He needs 2 receivers, more linemen, and another tight end. Yes, exactly. And a good coordinator, and head coach. Yeah, he needs to slide. I mean, that's the thing, man. That's the biggest thing. Teach him how to slide.
And that's why he got a concussion. He didn't slide, so he landed on his head.
Exactly. Knowing when to slide, when to take it down. And, I get sometimes fighting for that tough yard. You want to fight for the tough yards at the goal line. Right. You're trying to get that touchdown. And it depends.
If you're going to do it for a first down or something like that, but
see, sometimes how many quarterbacks have you seen slide before they get to the first down? No, sometimes it's, you know what? Live to fight another day, slide then, and the down the distance. If it's third down, I'm with you. I'm with you halftime. But if it's second down, get down and slide. Give me
Yeah,
a
but I'm
second.
talking about if it's third down and
Yeah.
you need that one more yard, you're gonna have to fight for that
Yeah,
yard.
yeah, that's different. That's different. That's different.
It's not that
And
different. I mean, that's just what it is.
no, what I mean by
Well, yeah, I get what
if
you're
it's
saying. You're
second
saying
down,
if it's
sec-
second down and then you
slide.
got 3 yards to go, get down
Yeah.
and go get the other
Give me
yards.
third down is short, and then yes, now if it's the Super Bowl, fight for every
Fight for
yard
every
you can
yard.
get.
You're gonna,
Yeah,
hey, you're gonna get banged up. I mean, if it's a Super Bowl, it's different. Super Bowl
yeah.
is way different.
Halftime is shocked about Yahoo. Yeah, I'm going to get into the Knicks. Trust
I
me.
can't believe Yahoo was that bad.
Um,
I like Yahoo.
we'll get into the Knicks because he's starting to come around. He is a little bit so. But let's get to the second part of the Giants. The concerns with Abdul Carter's game. Now, so many people are questioning why he's not finishing, why he's not getting sacks, and some of it is justifiable. I will say that. Some of it, whether you realize it or not, I think he's had 4 sacks removed, 4 or 5, that he lost because of a penalty. So if you add those sacks in, I don't think we have this discussion. I don't think we're having this discussion. So now, has Abdul Carter sometimes overtaken wrong angles? Yes. When I coach D-line, I always taught my guys top shoulder to just about a third of the way in on the quarterback. And what I mean by top shoulder, if this is the top shoulder, you're trying to have your face mask aimed for this, because if the quarterback spins, he's spinning right into you. If anything, you want to push him up and you want to close down, and hopefully you get your teammates pushing the pocket so then he has nowhere to go. But when you midline, and when I say midline, you're going right for the middle of the quarterback because you think that's going to kill him. No, a good quarterback knows how to slip away from that, slide, spin, especially a very elusive and mobile quarterback. But if you attack this shoulder, no matter what, if he spins, you're right there, and now he's losing even more yards, which is what you want. Now, I've seen him bend the hump and sometimes come out of control, or he gets pushed around the hump by an offensive lineman. So he does need to get stronger. He's a rookie.
Right.
That's the thing that baffles me. He's a rookie. Not many rookies come into the game dominating like you want. Yeah, I get it. We all want it, but let's be real.
You don't always get what you don't always get that. It takes them maybe a year or two to whoa, where we got now? Where this come from? Last year he wasn't that good, and now he's over here with 10 sacks. You're like,
exactly.
You know?
And what's to say the last 4 games after the bye, he doesn't get a sack and a half per game. That's giving you 6 sacks right there in 4 games.
Oh.
So, I mean, it all adds up. Sometimes he's close and the quarterback gets the ball away. It is what it just is. We've seen it so many times. But he leads in pressures, and he's one of the highest rate in terms of quarterback hits. I love quarterback hits. I'm going to tell you that. I love it. I've always preached that to my guys. I want to get hits. I want to get good, clean hits on the quarterback. Because when a quarterback does that, always remember, what's his name, who's with Seattle now is the quarterback, who's with the Jets. Damn, what's his name? Why am I? What's up? Ed. But he was always, right? He was with the Vikings. He's with the Seahawks. He was there. But my point being, he was talking about seeing ghosts. That tells me a quarterback has been hit a lot.
Yeah.
And he's rushing his passes. He also puts the pass out there to the point where, you know what? You can now, Sam Darnold, that's what I'm thinking of.
Right.
You can now get turnovers, because that's the other thing. Quarterback hits, rattle a quarterback, they get pressure.
They hear footsteps, they see ghosts, they're like,
yes.
And
here's the thing that I always, tell, and I'm not saying don't get sacks, but if it's on second down and you get a sack, they have another down to make amends for that. But now if you hit him on second down or on first down and he's rattling, he's rushing, and he gets that ball off, and now you pick it and you can return it for a touchdown, that's more impactful than a sack. Because don't forget, a sack, one way or another, unless you get a turnover from it, they still have the ball. Even if they end up punting the ball, they still have the football. Yeah. But if you get good hits, and that's the thing. Now, if you get sacks and you hit him hard, a good, clean, hard hit, and he gets rattled off of that, cool, I'm with that. I don't have a problem with that. But I want to see it lead up to turnovers. That's my whole point.
That's why you want sacks. You want them to hear footsteps. You want them to see ghosts. You want them scared out of their fucking skivvies.
Exactly. Thank you, Evan. We try our best to give you guys a great content. So he needs to contain those edges a lot better. He needs to be more consistent in the run game. But he also needs to get stronger. He needs to sustain the blocks. He doesn't need to get driven out. I've seen some clips where he's always losing his footing and the offensive lineman just washes him right to the ground. So he needs to play better. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he has the talent, and I think he will be fine in the long run. So we gather around the halftime chat. So when they say he's a bust after 1 year, this is the thing.
After 1 year, you can't say nobody's a bust.
But that's the problem. Fans are like that. They want these players coming out of college to instantly hit the ground and dominate. And it's like, first of all,
the NFL is too damn good. This is the best of the best.
And here's the thing.
The best of the corners, the best of the wide receivers, the best of the friggin' linebackers. It's the best.
And here's the other thing.
You just can't get this overnight.
He's what, 22 years old?
Yeah.
You're going up against grown men. You're going up against grown-ass men? Come on, man. Come on.
You can't it doesn't work that way.
Trust me, I'm going up against some young kids.
You can start seeing it. Like, if he does these certain things, he's going to be hard to reckon with in years to come.
What's up, Gregor? Thanks for tapping in. Yeah, Nick, it wasn't me singing. So thanks, guys, for letting me know Sam Darnold. So Cameron says see you tonight, for the hockey game. So, but yeah, that's the thing with Abdul Carter. And I mean, you want now see his specialty is being in and rushing the passer. So, but you got to start by taking away the run game, making it third and long. So that way they can go out there and he can do his thing. But also on the back end, DB sometimes got to be in position so the quarterback holds the ball so he can also get there. It works hand in hand. Right. It does. I mean, that's what, like with me, any team that plays me, they know. Here's the one thing they know. Coach Edd is going to show you too high, but he's going to roll his coverage. He's going to move. So it's not always going to be cover two, whether it's man under, too high, whether it's quarters. He probably rolled to sky, cloud. It doesn't matter. Cover 5, cover 6, it doesn't matter. That also forces the quarterback just to hold the ball, which can allow your defensive linemen or your linebackers who are putting pressure to get there for a sack. So
that's why your corners have to play the wide receivers tight. So it gives where the quarterback is back there saying, I can't throw this ball. Because that's fair game. That's like a toss-up for both of them guys. You don't know who's going to come down with it. So he has to keep control of it. And then your defense, a freaking line, has more of a time to get to him.
Exactly.
So yes, it works both ways. And say if your corner is not as good, you hold him just enough. Your defense will get him to throw the ball where, all right, here I am, and it went to me. You know what I mean? It was actually the defensive lineman that did it. So,
Exactly.
it's a catch-22.
Yeah, exactly. But see, that's the beauty of a team sport. That's why I love football, because it's a true team sport. You can try and say it's about the quarterback, but no, it's about everyone. You need everyone playing together to be able
11
to
on 11. You need
exactly. So
11 damn people to show the hell up. You don't want to be
exactly.
freaking 10 and one to wink link. That wink link's going to get beat.
My family is stupid. I'm sorry.
That
You talking about? I said my family. We were talking about drinking the liquors from the 1990s, early 2000s. Some of the liquors that were out there. So we're lucky we're here, because some of the stuff we used to drink.
you ain't lying.
So yeah. So
Like absolute.
oh yeah, yes. Yeah. We're talking about right now. We're talking about Mad Dog 2020, Bacardi, Aftershock.
Hey, that dog didn't have a bad taste.
No, it didn't.
You know what happened? What happened, Coach, with Mad Dog? It's
They'll sneak up on.
afterwards.
Yeah.
It
See, my
fucked
drink.
up afterwards.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My drink back in the day was Cisco. I love Cisco. So, and it was a step up. It was 2 steps up over Mad Dog, really. So, I mean, yeah. Now we just Jägermeister,
Yep.
Boone's Farms. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Everybody always had Boone's
Everybody
Farms.
went to Boone's Farm. It was cheap.
Yeah. So exactly. So, like I said, we're in here. We're in here talking about it. Thinking about back in the day. So. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
I've seen some TikToks and people are doing Absolute. I'm like, they're like, oh, we're gonna take a shot of Absolute. Watch us with no face. Like, fuck you are. I don't know what you're doing, but you ain't doing that.
Okay, Blaze. I drank Mad Dog, Night Train, Oldie, yup, St. Ives, Alizé, Gold Slick. Exactly. See, I'm with you.
Man, you gotta take a breath on Goldslager. It's pretty good frozen.
I also used to drink Everclear straight. Give me Everclear, and I didn't drink no little shots. I used to take the glass and I used to pour it in like it was soda and drink it. So, oh man, but yeah, like I said, my back in the days, I still have this. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I heard it was coming out, so I definitely have to check out De La Soul. So. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. And yeah, Jungle Juice, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or nah. Here's really where people didn't want to mess with me. Like I would be at this one bar and I'd ask the bartender, "Can I come make my special drink?" And after a while, he's like, "All right." And I would just take whatever dark, or whatever light, and just pour it in a pitcher, and I would drink it. That was me. And everybody. How can you mix dark and clear? I'm like, because I can handle it, so yeah, but after a couple hours though, it would definitely hit me. So it's supposed to be on silent.
My thing was my thing is Yukon Jack. Yukon Jack, my drink. And I like how it's not a shot. People always act like it's a shot, but you take 2 shots of Yukon Jack, just a drink, and you take 2 shots of lime juice, and put it in there. Put some ice in that bad boy and just drink it slow.
See,
it's a snake bite, and it's gonna bite you hard at the end.
Half the time I can't drink liquor slow. I have to guzzle it. I have to, because I want that.
But you drink that one like that, it's a bite. It'll bite you.
Southern Comfort on ice was good, so
Southern Comfort was on ice was really good.
Yeah. So I mean,
I love Southern
Comfort. We old folks, so we could definitely drink back in the day. So,
he's not.
Yeah. Well, God rest her soul. My first wife though, her thing was give her coolers. She wasn't a drinker, so she'll take a cooler and she'll drink maybe a third of it, sit it down, let it sit for a few hours. Then she come back, drink some more, sit it down before she, tries to finish it off. She like, I'm not a drinker, and she wasn't, but I mean, when I met her, she was 90 pounds. So she damn sure wasn't a drinker. So, but all right, let's get to the question of the day. The question of the day is, how does your life reflect your core values? I'll start.
Yeah, I want you to
Just
start on this one.
okay. Of course, there's always being honest. And I'm not saying I always am honest, but for the most part, I'm an honest person. I'm going to try and keep it as real as possible, even if I'm trying to be politically correct. I'm going to be there, hardworking. When I was able to work, yeah, I was a hard worker. So I mean, when there were times when I was a manager at Pizza Hut, um, I would work sometimes 14 hours, and I could get off at 1 o'clock in the morning, go home, go to bed at 2, get back up at around 6:30, get cleaned up, and be back into this opening the store to start prepping by 8 o'clock. So and that's always been, and I got that from my parents, seeing my parents do that. So respect. I do respect everyone until you come at me the wrong way. If you come at me the wrong way, then yeah. But for the most part, you're gonna see Coach Ed be respectful to you. So, and those are the same things that I've always taught my kids. And my siblings and I, we always talk about that. Those are some of the three core values that I stick with, and for the most part, they're always going to stick with me right now. Always being honest, work hard, and give people respect. It's always been like that. So, and my kids are like that right now. So they'll be very respectful. They're going to be honest. Sometimes we can be brutally honest. But and they work hard. They definitely work hard. So, but what about you, Halftime? How does your core values? I mean, how does your life reflect your core values?
Like you, I'm nice until it's time not to be nice, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's I'm a hard worker, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm never home. I yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for me even to dream sometimes because I'm at work at 8 o'clock at night. I mean, don't get home to 8, 9 o'clock at night. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I just, but that's how I was raised.
Exactly.
When you want to play, wait until the work's done, then you can play. Weekends, you're not working, then you can play all you want.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just the same way. I'm a nice guy until it's time not to be nice. Then,
Exactly.
like I always say, I'm an asshole. I'm a big asshole.
Mm-hmm.
If you turn that switch on me, you ain't gonna like it. It's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna be pretty. But I
Mm-hmm.
try to, you know, but that's my values. Like, and when it's time not to be nice, I'll,
Blazer,
I
but
can't, I don't start it, but I sure will finish it.
let's finish it. Yep, exactly. Exactly. That's another one. My dad always said it, don't start it, but finish it. So and
And
then
that's how I was raised.
that's
I was raised hardworking. I was raised be nice to your elders. I was raised be nice
mm-hmm.
to everybody until
Exactly.
it's time not to be nice. Turn that
Mm-hmm.
switch.
Exactly. I like Blaze's point. He's core values like understanding and forgiveness, which can be tough sometimes. Yes, it can be, especially in today's day and age. It definitely is, especially understanding and forgiveness. So, and yes, respect and trust, which is the toughest in my opinion. So, always, I try to always be considerate, and put myself in the other shoes first before reacting. You know what? That's a good one, Blaze, because we don't always do that. We do
I
react.
know I don't.
You know?
I know I
Yeah,
don't. I don't know how
yeah,
y'all
I
can
know
do
I
it.
do.
I know
I
I
like it.
don't. I don't. Like
Exactly.
the guys at work say I'm pretty rough. I'm pretty hard because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's you're watching people work and they don't have the same work ethic as you,
Mm-hmm.
right? But everybody
Mm-hmm.
else is pulling their weight, and then you'll see a couple guys that won't pull their weight.
Mm-hmm.
They're just there
Mm-hmm.
for like a paycheck. Well, that
Exactly.
turns me the wrong way.
Exactly.
That's where I need to learn how to take it a notch down.
Yeah, no, I get you.
You got to, you
That's
got to,
what
you got to. Some people need to be babied. I don't know how to do that.
Well, it's also sometimes, you know what? If it's not your place to say it too, sometimes it's just like, you know what? That's not my place. Let me just shut up and mind my business. So, Evan, good point. I'm committed, hardworking, and respectful. Committed is a good thing, because when you think about it, committed goes so many different ways. Committed to your task at hand at work, you're going to be focused on doing it. Or let's be real, in your relationship, so many
Yeah.
people are not committed, man.
Yeah.
So
You gotta
you
get
know,
you gotta be committed to being a relationship.
exactly. What's up, Chad? What's up? How you feeling, man? Yeah, you know how we do. Clap, clap, smack, smack. So,
Good, Chad.
uh, so, um, oh, they really messing with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
So,
Coach, heard a little rumor that you were a little upset
about
about your running back being in WWF, WWE.
okay, it it
I just
it.
heard a little rumor. I don't know if it's true or
I
not.
was upset, yes, and it's more. I was upset because I know it's staged. I get all that, but it's more of why would the Giants allow him to do that and he's on the injured list? And I get, whatever, it brought notoriety, and I get it. He's young, he has the right to do it. I get it's all staged. But you know what? Something could happen and he's dealing with his ankle. He could lose balance and he could do more damage. But I get it. It's staged, it brings notoriety,
Yeah, be protected. I mean, like, they're not gonna let nothing happen.
you can't always say 100%. That's the whole
First of all, he had his
people around him. I
offensive
get it.
lineman, apparently.
Mhm. You about ready to. I get it. Maybe Coach changed his tune about it because yes, you were. I didn't like it. I get it, but exactly, Blaze. They have to approve that. So it's like, yo, why are you putting him out there? At least just shut it down. Look, and it's also the perception. Perception is reality. You know, and you're gonna have those who support it, and you're gonna have those who don't. You're doing this to get PR? No, don't do this. No, 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 no. You want to
I
come
mean, they
watch?
all did it.
Fine.
Coach, they all do it.
Yes, but look, they're
LT done
not
it, Coach.
hurt. Look, I know that. I said that. Look, I loved it last year with Jalen Brunson and what's his name from Indiana. We're at there, putting on this show. I get it. I don't have a problem with that. I'm talking about, you know what? This man is injured. There's always that possibility. And God, nothing happened. Thank God. But if something did happen, you know what the conversation we're going to be having.
Is
We're
why
all
you
going
let
to
them
be.
do it?
Why did you let him do it in the first place? And that's the whole thing. Everybody who's talking about no, you don't understand this and that. But the second he got hurt, everybody's going to be talking a different subject, man. They really are. So that was my whole thing. That's all it was. It was more of really about the Giants. Why are you letting that? Because I know he
They're trying to
know it
build the kid's name.
for 30 years.
It's all about building their names, Coach.
Exactly. No, I get it. I get it. I have to care if I didn't. People wouldn't have water and may have. Yeah, no, I feel you, Mike. How does this guy come back from that injury? It looks pretty round. No, he's fine. I mean, it's going to take time. I mean, he'll be fine coming into next year. Saying it was just he wanted to have. No, you're right. I get all that, and I don't have an issue with him being young and having fun. I get it. If I was 23, I'd want to go to, a wrestling match and sit on the front and whatever. I get it. And he didn't get into the ring, and I got all that. I get all that. It was just, number one, the perception. Number two, the possibility. You know what? Things spill over. You don't have control. You got everybody all over the place swinging, and he gets knocked off balance. He steps the wrong way, and the next thing you know, he does more damage to an already surgically repaired
Yeah, but
limb. So
it's healing now. It's not like he's been healing. It ain't like
yeah.
he just got out of the hospital.
No, I know. So, is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Is it a 10? In terms of that big of a deal? No. But you know what? It's a 6.5 to 7-ish for me. Just don't put him in. Don't put him there, and he's dealing with an injury. If he was fine, I wouldn't care. Have fun. Halftime, you should take that Jalen Hurts poster down and put up a Kimber one.
I don't have a Jalen Hurts poster.
On the screen, yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta keep it on there, Edd. I'm taking him
Blaze.
down now until he's not an Eagle.
Blaze, nah, bro. Look, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm talking about him with injury. I'm not going out there to do that. Nah, heck no. Now, wait a minute. Now, I will say this. If they talking about $5 million, Scat, let's go out there and do what we gotta do. Yeah, let's put on a nice show, and make sure both of us don't get hurt anymore. But realistically, nah, man. Come on, man. Nah, this is not for me. I was never a wrestler per se. As a kid, did you try the flying kicks and whatever?
Wrestle when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I grew out of it.
Yeah, me wanting to do it, nah, man. That like I said, that left me after my teenage years when I was in college. I didn't want to do all that stuff. So, but that's the core values. And right now, let me close this out first of all. Oh, they still have tickets for the Lions game tomorrow.
Coach, I'm almost on base. I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation when?
On vacation, Coach.
When?
Huh? And 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. Good stuff, bro.
3 months.
What are you going to be doing?
Job. That's just my job. That's what I do, Coach. During the wintertime, I don't work.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I call it my summer vacation.
Got you.
Even though it ain't summertime, it's my summertime.
Yeah, you're not gonna do anything, pick up something on the side or whatever.
No, I get paid. I'm salary, so I just get paid all year long.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that.
It's literally a vacation.
I can't be mad at that. So, again, Sixers news. I read an article. Is Quentin Grimes a Sixth Man of the Year player? This is on ESPN. So they're talking about he's a Sixth Man of the Year candidate. What he's hearing is Kuminga's restricted free agency saga was making headlines. Grimes negotiated with the Sixers, barely created a ripple. At the time, the team and league sources said the Sixers were maintaining feature flexibility, with Grimes signing a $8.7 million qualifying offer, kept the Sixers below the first apron and within a few million of the luxury tax. Grimes has meanwhile picked up where he left off last spring after arriving in Philly in another trade with the Mavericks. That's another one. Averaging 17.1 points, 40.9 from three. He should be in line for a very nice payday as an unrestricted free agent next summer, something he is already looking for after changing representations and signing with CAA earlier this month. Now, based on what you've seen, do you think he's a viable candidate for the Sixth Man of the Year halftime?
Yeah. And I do think the Sixers right now could be talking to his agent and signing him and giving him a big contract. Give him the contract because he is coming off the bench. I think he's giving his thing 22 to 25 a night off the bench, and this is off the bench. And he's saying is pay me my money. I'll stay with the Sixers, just pay me my money. And I think they should. Because he's showing people, hey, listen, last year was not a fluke. I'm the real deal. And I said we had to keep him. And I'm glad we did get him for the 1 year, but I think we need to sign him long term. I would say 3 to 4. I don't know.
See, I always felt he was like that, and he had the talent when he was with the Knicks, and I knew it. I mean, it's just how he was being used, and ultimately, did the team really believe in him? So,
He's proven off the bench he can do it. Imagine if he's starting.
no, I'm with you there.
My
I'm with
thing is,
you.
if he lasts as coach, does he just say, fuck the Sixers and I'm going somewhere else? Because now they're going to say, hey, you're a starter and you're not just going to be on the, you're not coming off the bench. If the Sixers can sign him and still give him off the bench, that would be awesome.
But it's
I know,
also him going.
I know a lot of teams don't do that, but
Mhm.
that's a good weapon to have.
Exactly. So, I mean, you have to look at your bench, the players that are there, and how he fits into your system overall. So, Blaze says Grimes has impressed me, and I didn't think he could perform like end of the year because Maxey and such are back. Pleasant surprise. Definitely 6 man of the year, possibly at this pace. So, yes, he's playing himself. He's always had the talent, always felt he was like that. So, it's just how do you utilize him? Take advantage of his skill set. So, I mean, like I said, when he was with the Knicks, I definitely thought he was definitely one of those top players. But, Tibbs really didn't use him the way he wanted to. So, and Tibbs doesn't use rookies, especially in the beginning. So,
I just
I,
hope they do something and keep him here. And I think you had to do it now instead of later.
mm-hmm,
And,
mm-hmm,
I mean,
mm-hmm.
I think since you already have him signed for this year, you're allowed to be the only ones allowed to talk to his guy. Just go talk to his guy and say, "Yo, let's work something out here."
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
'Cause the Sixers right now are the only ones that are allowed to talk to his agent
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right now.
Exactly.
Talk to his agent. Get it done now.
I'm
It'll
with
help
you,
you
bro.
in the long run. If he leaves here, if he becomes a free agent, he's not coming back. He's going
Just
to be he'll definitely go somewhere else, and somebody's going to pay him that money.
hold on a second. Halftime. For some reason, my computer's frozen. No, I'm with you. Someone will pay him the money. So, and again, it really does depends on the market value. What is his market value? Do you think he's going to be another $8 million a year player? I don't think so. I think, he keeps playing like this. He's going to push himself into the 20-25 million a year, depending,
Right. And
so
that's what I'm afraid of. If you can sign him right now, coach, would you go 15 off
15
the
over how
bench
many
and
years?
have a guy off the bench?
15 over how many years?
3 to 4? 'Cause I know players like more years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to see if he leaves here, he's going to get that 25 million.
and
When
that's the
you
thing.
sign him, keep him here for like 15.
Yeah, no, if you can get him for 15 over 4 years, yeah, you do that because that's what $60 million.
Yeah,
And how many, it's all guaranteed. So yeah, he's probably going to say yeah, as opposed to going somewhere else. And you know what, he may get 2 or 3 years.
right.
So and what are they talking? So going to be really tough to keep Grimes after this year unless they find a way to unload PG and Embiid's contract first. Hmm. So I mean, sorry. Um, I mean, Carlton does make a good point. This could turn into the Boston situation, but that's the thing with the NBA. And don't forget, the apron is what plays a big role into everything. I mean, how because that's what's happening with the Knicks. They're trying to stay under that second apron, so it really plays into everything you're doing, and that's across the league. So maybe it pushes his number down. Maybe you don't get 20. Maybe you can get. Maybe he's pushing 17 or 18. So it keeps him playing like this. 15 won't be enough to keep him. I'm afraid. And I'm afraid. I agree with halftime. So try to. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Sign him for as many years as you can. So Brian's wanting 25 to 30 coming into years. So he'll want a big bag right now. He deserves the big bag. We'll see. But the thing is, where is the big bag?
If he leaves here, if he goes to free agent, he ain't coming back. Somebody's going to pay him 25 to 30 million.
Yeah, but what team though? So because if the Sixers keep playing the way they're playing and they're contending in the East,
Right.
let's just say for argument's sake, Charlotte wants to offer him 20 to 25. Are you going to go there? New Orleans wants to offer you that.
He wants the bag of money.
So you want the money, or do you want to compete?
If you give him the years,
mm-hmm.
he'll see the big picture. Like, I got more years here instead of the bag of money. I got the long-term bag of money. Because somebody's only going to sign him for 3 to 4. I mean, 3 years or 2 years. At 30 million.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna step out and then I'm gonna come right back in because my camera is off on me. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I like to see him. I like to see Grimes here. I think the Sixers should do it. I'm not going to move my boy coach. I'm the coach. But hopefully it happens.
Okay, here we go. All right, sorry about that. So Grimes wants, we did that. Missouri is not in the playoffs. Yeah. Not just yet, especially the way the SEC is built. So halftime, I wear your blame the ref shirt you sent me. So okay, Gregor, there you go.
Nice, Gregor. Nice. You still got that thing. Nice.
That's a blessing. So, but
I had that for like 4 years, 3 years.
Oh, okay. Let's take a quick look at this. I said standings. Dang nabbit. And it say schedule. My fingers are such butterfingers nowadays.
Huh?
No, I said my fingers are such butterfingers, my old fat fingers. So
you ain't lying.
Toronto. Toronto has stepped up to the number 2 in the East, and number 1 in the division. So Philly is at the number 6 seed. They're half a game up over Atlanta. So, and you're going to be competing, with Toronto, the Knicks, Miami, Atlanta, and Orlando. I think those teams, in Chicago, I think Milwaukee will step up eventually and battle for their division. Milwaukee out there in the group too. So, but how do you feel? Are you comfortable with where Philly is right now in the playoff positioning?
Well,
the early playoff position.
Hey, listen, I'm shocked that the Sixers are where they're at right now. I didn't think they were going to be there. I'll take what we got right this minute. I didn't think we were going to be there. I'll be honest. Now I know it's still early. Thing is, that we stay healthy. Hopefully nobody gets injured and they're out for a couple months because it's going to hurt us. But right now, I'm happy with the Sixers. I didn't even think we were going to be there.
Okay. And you guys have been doing this. Say what you want.
He's been hurt. Paul George has been on his little kick. He's been hurt. Drummond's been hurt. I wasn't really worried about Maxey when he was hurt because he only had a pinky injury. But the Drummond, Paul George, and Embiid being injured all the time, did not think the Sixers would have been where they're at right now. And they're shocking me, and I love it, though.
Exactly.
Prove me wrong, baby. Prove me wrong. Make the playoff.
Blaze, I know the Pistons, that 10 in a row is impressive. but I will say this: the brand that they play, that physical, tough, that old school type of play, man. First of all, that's what I love. That type of basketball. But if they have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, it's going to be tough for anybody in the East. Now, I'm not talking about dealing with OKC or Denver out west. I'm just saying in the East, it's going to be interesting. But they gotta continue to play the way they've been playing, and a little luck goes a long way. So, but
Coach, did you
uh,
know the Chicago Bulls are the only team that never changed their logo? I don't
mm,
think they're the only team that didn't change their logo.
Wait a minute. I think they did. Hold a minute, because I have a logo. Whatchamacallit, I have access to, and I can
I
check.
mean, they're the only team that never changed their logo.
Hold a minute. Hold on. Maybe recently, but I can't remember in their entire history.
I don't think they never changed their logo.
Wait a minute, where is that logo? Step moves to do StreamYard.
Everybody else changed their logo. The Chicago Bulls have not.
You may be right, but I just want to see. I want to look at it. Logo. Website. Let's see. Can I find that
Has
site?
never changed. Thank you, Blaze. See, Blaze said it.
Okay, no, that's fine. I mean, I just have a logo that looks at every sports team that's out there, and they have every logo that they.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody else changed their logo. Chicago Bulls are the only one that have never changed their logo.
I know Blaze was talking something before. I'm not gonna mention it, but here it is. Sportslogos.net, NBA.
Blaze said Google Master strikes again. Glad you're good at Googling shit, Blaze.
No, you're right. Since 1966, the only thing they might have done is change the background.
They changed the background. They never changed the
Yeah,
logo.
that's what they did. In terms of the wording, they either went with the Bulls or they had the Chicago wording, either script or in print. That's what it was. I knew they did something, but the actual Bulls head,
Yeah, they never changed the logo.
yeah, exactly. No, they didn't. So yeah, you guys are right there. So,
Yeah, I know some shit. Not totally dumb in basketball.
oh, there it is. But yeah, if you look up sportslogo.net, you'll see every logo that's ever been out there, and it gives you everything here. I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. So in case anybody wants to, it gives you college. It gives you everything. So because I go in there for college, so let me close this out. The standings. So, I mean, it's a cool site. I like it. So, I definitely like it. Oh, I forgot. Everyone's going to come up with it. So,
Please, turn it full upside down. It's a crap.
Yeah, I know that. So, I told you he was. Every team has a secondary logo, but the Bull is the main one, the Google Master. But whatever you do, I mentioned. Yeah, I know Blaze. So, Greg is like halftime is a Knicks fan, so
not a Knicks fan. I just bet 1 year on the Knicks, and I didn't even get to win. I just lost my money.
Blaze, stupid. You're right. It's a 1-star rating. I'm with you there, Blaze. I'm with you there. So let me tap into the Knicks. Now, Knicks. Let me put up the Knicks. What did I say about the Knicks? Okay, what's wrong with the Knicks? Is it too early? Because I know there's a lot of people in the Knicks kingdom that are really, really panicking already. You know, I even heard someone say, you know what, fire Mike Brown already. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. You know, I mean, we haven't had a full season as yet. So, but hey, that's how the Knicks fan base is, bro. That's how the Knicks fan base is. So, you know, after 1 month, the offense is still good, but this summer, new Knicks coach Mike Brown repeatedly talked about wanting to add more ball movement and three-point shooting to the Knicks offense arsenal. In a month, he has done that, which is true. The Knicks, after being in the top half of the league in passes per game only once in 5 years under Thibodeau, ranked 5th this season and jumped from 27th in threes attempted per game to 3rd. Sources have praised New York's offensive changes, and with the Eastern Conference more than up for grabs, the Knicks are betting on those changes to possibly reach in the finals since '99. Now, my concern with the Knicks, number one, Karl Anthony Towns. It just seems like he's not getting it, or he's not comfortable in the system. That's a problem. You know, I mean, now when Jalen Brunson was out that first game, he put up a 30 piece. He was masterful, but he's been inconsistent. And it just doesn't seem like he's playing right. There's times where I'm questioning, why is he making this move where he's attacking the defense when they're clogging the paint? And I'm just like, you know, bro, give it up. Don't go down there, be smart. Now, I'm not saying I want him shooting the threes all the time, but, you know, if they put him at the elbow a little bit more, also work on his passing, because he has done some great passes, it would go a long way, you know. So right now they're 4th in the East, you know, but they're 9-5. They're 3.5 behind Detroit, and they're terrible on the road. They just won their first game, and they just won their first game at the start of a 5-game road streak. So they have 4 more, and they play Orlando tonight. And Orlando gives them problems. They play very physically. Orlando is long, they're physical, and they just seem to do well. So, I mean, but what's your thoughts on New York?
In the playoffs, right?
I'm sorry?
You got the Magic going into the playoffs, right?
Do I think the Magic are going into the playoffs? Yes. I think they're going to. They have the possibility to get anywhere between 2 and 6. To be honest with you, I think that's realistic. I think they're probably going to be 3 to 6, but they have the ability to get to 2. So, the Cowboys this Sunday beat the Eagles. Then, oh boy,
they're not beating the Eagles.
I think Katz works well in New York, but would you trade him in the package for Giannis or AD? Okay. For Giannis, first of all, yes, but it depends on what's in the package for Giannis. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the first thing. But I don't think Milwaukee will take him. That's the other thing. I mean, I'm being honest. But if they will take him, what are you giving up along with Cat? You know, money-wise, they match. So, you know, there has to be other things coming back from Milwaukee, to a lesser extent, so to me, it's what players are you doing? The Knicks don't have draft picks, so, it's not going to be about that. So, yes, let's fire the head coach that just got exactly, Victor. I'm the same way. I'm the same exact way. So, but Blaze, would I want Giannis? Yes. AD, no. He's too injury prone for me. He's way too injury prone. And there's no way. I mean, he just got there. He hasn't even been there a full year. And he's been out how many times? I mean, me, NYG, and Pat, we call him Mr. Aw Shit. Because every time he's been around, aw shit, he's hurt again. Aw shit, he's hurt again. So I'm surprised.
I'm surprised the Sixers ain't going for him.
you would know better than I do. Never mind. No, you're fine, Blaze. Now I haven't seen a lot of games because Dolan, it's blocked out. I haven't seen every game, but some of the games I have seen, and I tried the little thing Mitch gave me, and sometimes it blocks me out. It doesn't let me in. But the ones I do, he just doesn't seem, to be it right now. Could it change maybe by the halfway point? Yeah, it could. So I'm patient with it. So am I ready to trade Cat? No. Jersey boy, Piscataway, New Jersey, literally he's 40 minutes from MSG. He really is with no traffic. So no, I'm not ready to let him go. But if you're telling me I could get Giannis, bye, Cat. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. But if you're telling me Giannis, if you're telling me to get Giannis, I have to give up Mitchell Robinson and Cat, I'd have to think about it. Because Mitchell, his offensive rebounding, his defense, now his free throw shooting, that begs a different question.
And with basketball, you have it's a number game, right? When you make a trade, you got to match their numbers to your numbers.
It depends on where you are in terms of the aprons. If you're under all the aprons, no, you can take back on money. But the Knicks are above the first, but before the second. So there's a certain thing that you have to match dollar for dollar pretty much. So, yeah, right. And they will want more than Cat. So, so it's like, who you giving up? They're probably going to ask for Cat, maybe even OG, and I know OG is hurt. He has the injury issue, but, they're going to ask for a lot. And the Knicks don't have a first. Because if we did, I'd say do it right now. I'd do it right now if you did. I'm not going to lie to you.
You didn't. Yeah, you already traded your first round.
The Nets thing, we gave up 5 first rounds and the swap. Also in the Cat trade, with Julius Randle, you sent the first over there. So I think the first year that we control is 2031. So it's a lot, man. That's why you have to make it work right now. You really have to make it work right now. So if I can get Giannis, I will tell you this. I don't even see if Giannis with Jalen Brown, if you just did Cat, yeah, there's no way in the world. Okay, I put him up there. I would put him up there. So, and the way they're using Brunson, they're not using Brunson a lot with his on the ball. He's not dribbling all the time. So,
will the Sixers trade Embiid? And will the Sixers trade Embiid?
No, nobody wants Embiid. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see anybody unless you trade him somewhere like Charlotte. But what does Charlotte have to give you back?
That's what I'm asking. If people are like trade Embiid, I'm like, who's gonna want him? Because right now he can't stay healthy. People think he's gonna retire, but nobody's retiring. This cracks me up. Coach, have you ever heard of somebody retiring but about to get $250 million?
No.
You watch them just play their freaking thing out, right?
Exactly.
Because they're not going to turn down $250 million. They're like, he has enough money that he's not going to go for the $250 million. Get the fuck out of here.
Money is. I'm sorry. I get it. I understand what they're saying, but that's $250 million, man.
It's $250 million. Nobody turns that kind of money down. You know what? I'm going to retire.
I don't care if you're a billionaire. They're not turning down $250 million.
Yeah, but people are just like, people are saying, "Oh, boy, he can't stay healthy, so he knows he's done. He's going to retire."
No, he's not.
He's not retiring. No. He just signed a deal for the $250 million. He ain't signed it. Now, can you trade him? Is the question. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing. There's the only thing that's going to happen with Embiid.
Exactly.
Or you're stuck with them. Apparently, we're stuck with him.
Yes, you're stuck with him. Nobody's going to take that contract. So
and nobody's going to take Paul George contract because that's too high too, right?
Now, either one of them did retire, yeah, that would be great for the Sixers. But
Yeah, but
like you
they're not
said,
going to retire. Nobody
no, they're not going
retires
to
off
retire.
that. I know I
Yeah.
would retire. I'm like, ha ha. You know I'm hurt.
Yeah.
You're
Now,
done.
now, if you say, Embiid, if you retire now, we'll give you the $250 million. You just got to work for us in the PR department, and you still get your money. Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
That way, but let's be real, that's not going to
First of all,
happen.
he's not turning down the $250 million.
Yeah, yeah,
He's like, if
yeah.
you want to put him somewhere else, that's
Yeah.
it. But I don't see that. I don't see that shit happening. People are like, oh, he's going to retire because he's going to think about the team. He don't give a damn
No,
about the
he's
team.
not. No, he's
$250
not.
million. I don't give a damn about this team. This team's going to have to deal with my ass.
Exactly, man. There's no way. None of us would ever do that. I'm sorry. I don't care how much you could have $1 billion in the bank. You're still going to turn away $250 million?
Yeah, you're not doing
Come
that.
on.
A millionaire don't know how to turn down money. They'll be like, yo, I'm staying. It's their dumb
Exactly.
ass is probably signing me to this contract.
Exactly. So,
I was just wondering if you thought they
ooh,
would, because this contract's out of control. But
no,
it's funny that everybody knew he was hurt, but they still signed him to that contract. Like, what were
exactly.
you thinking?
No, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm just putting around, and I just saw this. Um, Brunson and Carroll may not play. That'll be big, man. That'll be big if they don't. Brunson led the way. 9 is their 10th victory on the other side. They're 9-7. Jones over 23 injury report. For the Knicks, the two best player on the injury report for Sarah Brunson. Yeah, his list is Brunson's he's probable. He's playing.
Oh, he's
I'm
playing.
sorry, he's playing. So OG, I know is out. So, but yeah, OG is out probable. The Magic's at the side, Bankero and Orlando has ruled Bankero out for tonight with a left groin strain. Oh, wow! Did not know that. That's interesting. That's interesting for New York. You have to take advantage of that now. Because he's one of those players. He hasn't been playing the way I thought he should or he would, but him not being there because he has that length. Now you can focus your defense a little bit more on Franz Wagner, which changes, and then also offensively how you attack them. So that's going to be interesting. Only hope is Saudi Arabia or something offers Embiid $1 billion to play big. Yeah, okay. I hate Harden, but wow, 35 in the first half. Oh, but it's the Hornets. It's the Hornets, Blaze. It's the Hornets. So, it's the Hornets, man. That's how I think about it. But all right, let's keep it moving now. We covered the Knicks and Sixers. Let's tap into baseball right now. So, and the first one I'm going to tap into is going to be the Phillies. I talked to you about it a little bit
Do your
early.
Yankees, since you already did something when the Phillies don't do nothing.
Yeah, but here on
You got
Phillies
something to talk
Nation,
about. We got freaking.
but here it's talking about 5 potential Phillies target and free agent outfield targets, and you would need an outfielder, and it says,
I need 2. You want me to be honest? I need 3 because I don't know if
here
the other
you
guy's
go.
going to sign.
It
I don't know
says
if Bader's
Phillies
signing
Nation.
back.
It says Phillies Nation writers highlighted a few potential free agent targets and trades down below. First one is Rob Rice Snyder. You know about him better than I would. What's your thoughts? Would
I
you want
like
him?
him. I just don't think they're going to pull this trigger. Like I know everybody's giving these I don't think they're doing it.
Yeah, with Boston, he was 302, 396, 550, 15 home runs, and
I'd
a
be
12.4.
excited. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong. I'd be excited, but I don't think they're going to get him.
You don't think you're going to get any of these guys?
No,
Michael Conforto,
nope. I don't think we're
Br-
getting any of them.
Brian Reynolds.
I like him. I don't think we're getting them, though.
Adolis Garcia with the Rangers, and Randy Arozarena.
I wouldn't even take him. And then what I got in my outfield.
You don't think you guys are going to
Look,
get
we're
any
not
of
even.
them?
I don't know. I don't know what the Phillies are going to do. The Phillies are just mind-boggling. Are they going to keep Marsh? Are they going to get rid of Castellano? Are they signing Bader at center field? I don't know what they're doing.
Well, here's another one. You've tendered contracts to Jesus Luzardo, Alec Brom, Bryson Scott, Brandon Marsh, Johan Duran, Edmund Sosa, Tanner Banks, and Rafael Marchand. So doesn't that mean you can bring them back?
You can bring them back, yes.
So do you think that you guys will bring any of those guys back?
I think they're going to bring them back.
Okay.
I don't want them to bring them back. That's what I'd rather take anybody they said, hey, the Phillies are going for these guys. I'd go for that, yes. But I just see the Phillies organization not doing it.
Well, we all know he wants to fire Rob. There's no.
I want to fire Rob, but it's not even Rob's. It's not even Rob's choice in the matter. But I just don't think the Phillies are going to pull that. The Phillies would have done it last year. You know, in the beginning of the year, they did not. They just said, "Hey, we're going to run it back."
Got you. Well, why is that though? Why is it that they don't get into the trade market and really bring in the talent that could help push you over the hump?
It beats me. It beats me because you got. They look. It's that analytics thing, and they try to do Moneyball. Moneyball back in 2000. They're trying to be Moneyball too. They do not want to keep on signing all this big money. They're trying to do. They're trying to do the opposite what the Dodgers are doing. Dodgers are just spending all the money and winning World Series. Phillies are like, well, we're going to spend a little bit of money, but we're only going to spend it in certain areas. And they're not doing like that's my problem. You're not getting the bats enough hitting because you're like, oh, I'm going to be cheaper in the defense area. Know what I mean? The Phillies are acting like they're under a salary cap.
Got you.
And they are going cheaper on defense than they are on offense. But the bats are not as good. But the outfield is not, the bats are not that good. And you got your infield, the bats are better. Well, it's supposed to be better with Harper and, but it's not. Like Harper makes the most. So
I know that.
Harper, Turner, you got JT, they make the most. And now JT's a free agent. So are they gonna do it about a catcher? Gotta sign JT back. They're playing Moneyball, what they're doing. And they're gonna be cheap. They're gonna be cheap on the outs on the outfield, like they always are. It drives you crazy.
I got you. I understand. I hear you.
I do. Listen, don't get me wrong. I believe Rob has a say. And Rob likes analytics. I wish I took that analytics Bible that he likes so much and crack his head with it. I can't stand analytics. It drives me freaking bonkers.
Oh, don't worry. I'm with you, bro, with that. Trust and believe I'm with you with that. So And now let's move over to the Evil Empire. They non-tendered several guys. They non-tendered Mark Leiter Jr., Ian Hamilton, Scott Efros, Jake Cousins, and Michael Arias. So they're all free agents. Frees up spots on the 40-man roster, but they also offer one-year deals to Clark Schmidt and Oswaldo Cabrera, and they're avoiding arbitration. So just like you're talking about with the Phillies, the Yankees are doing that too. They're freeing up money.
They're doing the same thing. They're going.
Yeah.
They're trying to play Moneyball. They're trying to be cheaper at certain positions where you need them to be more expensive.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's weird. And Rob came from the Yankees. Well, I didn't like them, but truthfully, this is what they do. They see Moneyball from 2000 and then act like we're going to do it. Look at the Dodgers. The Dodgers are putting all the money out there.
Now they've also offered players who are eligible for arbitration. There's 8 of them: Josh Chisholm, David Bernard, Camilo Doval, Anthony Volpe, Luis Gil, Jose Cabrera, Fernando Cruz, and Jake Bird. And as you see the pricing, it's on the low end of the spectrum. So, that's exactly what they're doing. They're offering arbitration.
Thing that the Phillies do. This is why I don't like Rob Thompson. I know with the Yankees are actually doing exactly what the Phillies did. That's how they lost. And baseball this year, they're doing the same shit. The side by side, they're the same team.
Yeah, they are. I'm with you, bro.
But it pisses you off.
Exactly, it does. It frustrates the heck out of me, man. I'm like, why?
And people are like, "Oh, Kyle Schwarber, we got to give him $125 million." I'm not giving him $125 million. He's not going to stick around for $125 million when he's getting $160 offer.
Blaze says Schwarber to Pittsburgh.
He might go. No, the Pirates might get him. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to get 50 home runs out of everybody like everybody thinks you're going to get out of them. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. I'll put a guarantee on that one. You're not getting 50 home runs off of Schwarber. You're going to overpay. Somebody's going to overpay Schwarber. He's going to go there. He's going to hit about 25, maybe 30 home runs, maybe. Big maybe. He's not getting over that.
Okay.
Schwarber's going downhill. And you're going to pay, and you're paying a DH because he can't play in the outfield no more. Because he's about tons of fun as me, fat as hell, can't run no more. Bad knees.
All right. Last thing we want to talk about is there's Japanese players. There's 4 of them that are free agents. Infielders, Muntaka Murakami and Kazuma Okamoto. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And pitchers, Taisuya Imali and Kona Tashaki. So your infielders are corner infielders with significant power and some defensive question marks. They also have plenty of differences. Do you expect a similar group of interest to be in both? And the author is saying, yeah, I'm sure there's interested teams for both. They have some differences that can impact the type of teams that will pursue them. Omato, he's entering age 30, so he's been around for a while. So, and Muraka is 25. So, do they give us the teams? Teams will be willing to take more of a risk and bet on the upslide. And they have a interest. They're not giving us any teams. So
I think the Phillies
um,
should be I think the Phillies should actually be an interested in it. We need a second baseman, so I mean I would.
mm-hmm.
Um
And
and it'd be a cheap thing, and they're playing that money that you know what I mean, they're playing cheap. So why wouldn't you do it that way and take the risk on him? Because you need a second baseman. Stott is not cutting the mustard.
well, these guys are corner out infielders.
Infielders.
Yeah, they're corners, so it's first or third. So
Yeah.
I don't, and they have defensive liability, so you can't put them on at second or short,
No,
especially
but
with their liability.
you got guys that you can switch.
Oh yeah,
Put
you're
them
right.
in
You're right.
second and make them a third or a first.
Got you.
You know what I mean? You could switch
Yeah.
some guys around and make that happen.
And Iman, it says can be slotted in with the top 4 or 5 starters on the free agent market. That says a
Only
lot.
a third baseman can also play shortstop.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. Some third basemen can play shortstop.
Well, I've seen it go the other way. Shortstop can play third base as
Yeah.
opposed to the other way around. But
Yeah, but
okay.
I mean, it depends on the player. I mean, you know, I haven't seen what they could do. I would take a chance on them, but because I don't even know if you're going to keep Alec Boone.
Okay.
Because they're talking about trading him, getting rid of him. I don't see nobody. I don't see nothing happen with the Phillies.
Talking about the Dodgers and the Mariners having success with Japanese players, so I guess they're saying they might be in the market.
Yep.
The rich get richer. The Dodgers, yeah, they can be aggressive. Sign
They can
Yamamoto.
the Dodgers could take a chance on them.
Yeah.
Because how stacked they are, they could take a chance on them.
Yankees have been with a few in the East because of Matsui, Tanaka, and Kuroda. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I want to see where these guys end up, though. And I have heard Yankees are going to be interested in some of the international players. So we'll see. We'll see what
I heard
happens.
the Phillies are looking for bullpen help. So maybe
Okay.
maybe they'll go that way for like pitching, but I don't see the Phillies doing anything.
Gregor says we need to build a team to compete with the Dodgers. Are going to still be the team to beat next year. Yeah, we know that.
Yep.
Halftime I heard Schwarber is the Babe Ruth of baseball.
No, he's not the Babe Ruth of baseball. He's not the Babe Ruth of baseball. That's the crazy talk.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, so all right, you guys, we appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you tap into Halftime tonight with the hockey, and tomorrow you're going to be covering both the Sixers and the Eagles, right?
I think I'm doing the Sixers, and I got to check with Miss Halftime. Maybe I have something to do.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm doing both. I don't know. I still got to check on Miss Halftime. She's going through a lot of stuff. So.
No,
I might not be at all. If she says no, we got to do this. You know, I do got my chore list.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Guys, next week we're going to take a week off. I know because it's the last week of the official full college football. I'm probably going to do a full day just to close it out.
Coach, are you shocked how college football has been going this year?
Yes and no. Am I shocked with some of the top teams? No. The SEC, we all know the SEC is a very competitive league, top to bottom for the most part. I have to be honest. The Big Ten is right behind them, but they're more top heavy than they're bottom heavy. The biggest issue has been the NIL and the transfer portal. Hopefully, there's these new changes. They've taken out the 2 transfer portals. Now there's only one. So kids are not going to be able to impact the bowl games and make decisions until January. So, and then they're going to have a quick decision to decide. So, maybe that'll slow it down. In the end, it comes down to the money. Do you have the money to pay for these kids? So I was reading this one kid today. I on my Twitter page. Let me see if I can pull it up. What he had said. Where is his page? But he's just graduating too, and he was talking about it. So it really impressed me that a young man who's just graduating. Now it's not a top power program, but it's a FCS level program. So it spoke volumes to me on what he was saying. But he was talking about the transfer portal and how it has impacted the game and changed the way this game is nowadays. So I can't find it. So it's no way. If you go to my Twitter page, you can scroll through and you can find it there.
Are you shocked about Penn State? How bad they were
Yes.
this year?
Yes. I'm surprised that they didn't play well, but then you fired James Franklin in the middle of the season.
Didn't he get paid $50 million to go away?
Yeah.
Don't go away, man. Just go away. $50 million.
And guess what he did? Picked up a job at Virginia Tech. He was just hired this week at Virginia Tech. So,
Jeez, $50 million, and he still got a job.
Yeah, and he's getting a job. So, there you have it. So, but again, that's how the sports scene is, and college sports is starting to become more of a professional aspect because some kids, that there's a kid at BYU, basketball player, like $8.5 million to play this year. $8.5 million.
They're getting paid. I'm glad to see they're getting paid.
I don't mind they're getting paid, but again, the amount of money is a lot.
Oh, the amount of money is crazy, but I'm glad to see they're getting paid.
That was suck knowing after the season. Well, no, he was fired. He was fired in a few weeks ago, Blaze. That's why they hired Franklin. He was fired, so it was open. It's just like Florida, it's just like LSU are open. So they're all waiting on Lane Kiffin to make a decision. So whatever. But hey, that's also the business. These coaches, you're paying them a large amount of money. So some of them are getting $100 million. That tells you everything you need to know. So look, halftime. If I had known it was going to blow up like this, I would have joined college football a long time ago, bro.
I've been a coach a long time ago.
I would have never expected the money to be like this. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I would have. I'm gonna grind my teeth, but I guarantee you, I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna be bringing in that kind of money because it's not like the NFL where in college they have total control. They do. They set the recruitment, everything. How the organization is going to be run, the type of players. Okay, so it's like,
That's what you don't even want to be a coach in the NFL. You want to be a coach in college.
Yeah, no, he was in there. The comment, yeah, but they fired the coach. I think it was week 5 or 6. They fired because it just wasn't happening. So, but Franklin, they're going to invest the money into him, and he's going to go out and he's going to bring those players, and he can recruit, and he's going to hit VADC. He's going to try and hit New Jersey and Eastern PA, if not into Western PA. He's going to recruit. So, and if they do well, Virginia Tech will be back, man, and they will be competing in the ACC. So we'll see what happens next year. So, but yeah, next week, like I said, it looks like it's going to be the last full. Like, a lot of teams are playing week 12. That's it. After that, they're done. So I want to get some of those, and then there's going to be a couple of few ones like Army, Navy. That's a big one for me. So I'm probably going to tap into that in somewhere along the line. Then I get into bowl season. So we'll see what happens going from there. So, but We'll be back in 2 weeks, guys. So still tap into both of us. We're going to be, doing, I know halftime will be doing Sixers and the hockey along the way. So, we still will get you covered. So, but you have anything else you want to say to the chat?
No, good.
All right. So, everyone be safe. Have a great holiday. Be safe. Eat a lot of food. Sit back on the couch with an overstuffed gut and just watch football on Thursday. So, so that's pretty much it. Everyone be safe. Enjoy the time with your family. So, wish you all the best. So, with that, we're going to get out of here. What do you always say halftime before we get out of here now?
Catch you guys on a rebound.
Peace.
Peace.
We gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and Coach's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.